Yo,
Yo, yo.
yo. Yes,
Yo.
my camera was tripping out. It's working all right now. What's going on?
No, we live.
Yeah, we're live.
Jeez.
My bad. Yo.
I was just about to crack an Arsenal joke, Quill, and I realised I don't really know enough about it to crack a joke, but I know something. I know something
Say
peak
how
happened.
shit you are. You get anyone will laugh just if you call us shit.
Yeah, well, I picked up on that about 5 years ago. I think I joked with you about that before. I remember sometime you were bantering me sometime, and I remember I sent you some like Arsenal meme, and you were like, "Oh, what does Arsenal jokes now?" I mean, all I mean is in the last. I know. So, what is it that's happened? I don't remember. What's gone on the last
5
couple?
years? You're about like 13 years late, bro. Like
Is
we've
it?
been dead for about, I don't know, bro, a long time.
Twitter. That's one thing you learn from Twitter is everyone saying, "Oh, it's fucking shit to be an Arsenal fan." Blah 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 blah.
No, we're just a joke. We're not even a club anymore. We're a business.
Is it?
It's bad news in North London, boy.
Who wore it better, Arsenal or Quill?
Who wore it better? Come on, bruv.
That's the
Who did he have on the back, Sagna? I love that.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That always made me laugh.
That's one thing I always thought was really silly about the about what do you call it DNA versus Arsenal. I never understood why DNA wore an Arsenal shirt. I never got that. Like,
Probably love.
but like I never understood why like he didn't wear a Spurs shirt. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was.
I think he got reaction though, right?
Twerk wore a Spurs shirt at Summer
He
Madness.
did, didn't he? Yeah.
The crowd booed him.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But it makes more sense, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. It makes sense to wear a Spurs shirt. I never really understood.
Chelsea
like,
shirt, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't.
In the UK, that would have popped, innit?
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, I understand. That's what I'm saying. I understand why Arsenal wore an Arsenal shirt. I'm saying I never got why DNA wore it. I didn't get what was he saying? Like,
yeah,
what?
what's the crack? Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think that
DNA doesn't really say anything, does he? He just he got his reaction, innit?
I know it was like I got the joke.
Arsenal jersey, something maybe. I don't know.
I get it in it. He was doing the thing like, oh, this is what you did your last battle. But I just kind of thought like if you did like a tiny bit of research, you could find out their rivals and it would like pop much more. Do you know what I mean? But like I don't know.
Frost, who do you support?
Right, Chelsea.
Even I know that, bro. Fucking hell, mate. Doesn't Frankie?
It's there.
Frankie as well. I think Frankie does as well, right?
No, he's QPR.
He did the
QPR,
right?
isn't it? Yeah.
He's QPR.
Oh, because Cracker used to support QPR. Does support. I remember because he had some QPR bar, didn't he, that really popped off. That I didn't really get.
Frank had the Chelsea bar against Frost. Now he's like you're rolling.
He had some good Chelsea bars. Yeah, he did have some good ones. I'm gonna lose Frank gonna lose his job to Tom.
Someone says who's doing?
Yeah, missing that Timo Werner. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone joined in for that. That was it.
Yeah, what was
the green shirt? Frost blood. Read the name.
I made a lot of progress on that development league today. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I've really fucking kicked it into gear, mate. I'm literally in like 24 hours. It's gone from literally a comment on the forum to fucking. I got something serious coming, bro. Serious, like one of them things that just.
Fill me in, Craig David.
Well, yesterday Hope made a post on the UKBR forum yesterday, basically saying I'm gonna start doing tiny events in London for like newcomers in it who are not very good at battling, blah blah blah. Saying, what was it? I think Frost must have commented and said, "Oh yeah, we need a development league." So that kind of the word, just like development, just stuck in my mind, and I was like, "Yeah, actually, development. Like, we always bitch about there not being any battlers, but we're not doing anything to develop any. Do you know what I mean?" So yeah, I literally spent the last like few hours just putting something together, which I'm going to announce really. I literally just need like a poster, and it's good to go. But yeah, bro, literally all based on development, man. I just come up with this whole idea just based on literally just developing talent from nothing, whether it's like absolutely from nothing, like you've only ever rapped 4 bars in your life, or maybe you've had like a couple battles. Like I'm obviously not going to be like looking to train up people that have had 5 battles, so I probably have to politely speak to them and be like, it's over for you, bro. Like you haven't got it. But definitely trying to look at a way to develop people that have had like one battle and want to get really fucking good. So we'll see what happens with it, innit? And I think we were chatting about as well. Like I really like the idea of getting like not just for like some long series of events, but I love the idea of like getting someone like say even like you two, like Quill finds 3 newcomers, Frost finds 3 newcomers, and you just both. That's not even the main idea, but that is something I thought about for sure. Just like,
no, hey,
do you know what I mean? Set a day.
You can be in the newcomers' ears and whatever else, innit?
Yeah, exactly, brother. They can just talk to you about shit, and it's not something where it's going to be like a lead. Not like that. It's just literally like bang, one event. Quill goes out and sees who the fuck he can find from like connections of friends and that. He gets 3. Frost spends a few weeks finding 3 battlers. Bang, they come together and battle, and it'll just like it'll be lit. My connection's dead today. Yeah, it'll be good though. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So let's talking about Frankie and whatever team he supports. Obviously, more relevantly, I assume you've watched your battle with Frankie back many times.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Do you know what? Not as many. Like, I have watched it back a few times, innit? But no, I haven't. Like, it's been busy this week, innit? So I haven't really got a chance to watch it too many times. I've only watched like the PPV through like once, couple twice. But yeah.
So
yeah, man, I'm happy with it. Yeah, it's a good turnout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. There's bits and pieces that like there's a lot to improve on. There's a lot there that I can improve on, but I'm happy with it. It's a good battle, man.
What have you seen to improve on, man?
There's a lot of little bits where like I'm still stumbling over words and that. Like I get tongue tied mad easy. I don't know what it is, but I just get tongue tied in the moment. And as well, I don't feel like I was letting certain things just chill for a moment. I was really just trying to like keep on rapping, but there was a little bits where I could have just chilled and let the crowd feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I need to take out. But I was just like, go on.
Can I ask you a silly question? Yeah, in your head, did you know you was gonna rap with the water bottle in your hand?
No. No.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just given to me, and like where usually it would be Frank who I give my bottle to. He's dead. Like, I didn't have, I didn't know what I had the bottle to.
That actually be quite a sick angle, though. That would be a sick angle. Hold this water, bro. Like that's what you're good for. That actually pop, bro. Like, but yeah. So when you say about let's delve into that then, bro. Let's get straight into it. Like when you say about letting stuff breathe for a minute. Do you just literally mean just not going on to the next 4 bar so fast?
Yeah, just that. You know, there's certain bits, or like even just going back to the first bar, innit? Rather than like because people are reacting, I could have gone back to like I've only 2 bars into that. Do you know what I'm saying? This little bit here, I could have gone back to the beginning and let that go through. Let everyone just feel the bar. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. At the time in my head, I'm just like, just get through it. Just get through it. Don't fuck yourself up and just get through it. Panicking in the moment.
Fair.
Yeah, man. The room felt big.
Did you see that clash, Quill? Were you in the room for it? Because you've been gassing Frost since the beginning, bro. Like you were when I was in India, innit? When I was in India and you hosted that event for me, you texted me that day. You were like, "Yo, Frost is the future, bro." Like, so you've been gassing since day one.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Frost, man. Like I can see, like it's good to see how far he's come. Like, because against Frankie, he was really good, man. Frost is way ahead of me. But like you saying, watching man back. I said to you from day. I don't know if you heard Frost. I've always said like I think you're sick. I think like barring wise, a lot better than the other newcomers. I thought that battle was sick, man.
Thank you.
I like.
No, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I like the thing you did with Frankie where he was doing like, he practices outside, but then like, much courage. Is that
bag of nerves?
He turned vegan. Even
that was fucking great. That was one of. I think I told you that in. I think I said. I don't know. It was. It might have been after the event. I think I said to you like I love that scheme because it was just there was like no punchline, but it was just like some straight. Just this is what you're about, and obviously like
it paints a picture, right?
Yeah, I'm not usually a fan of that kind of stuff. Obviously, like I always bang on about how you need like a punchline and wordplay, but I really like that scheme for. Funnily enough, like exactly the opposite reason. Like there was no punchline. It was just like, you are so fucking nervous all the time. Like Frank helped sell it as well, because obviously Frank, as you were saying, it was like, yeah. But then when you kind of got to the final bit, he was like, no, that's true.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. What did you think about Frank's shit then? Because I was.
I have one other one that I really liked. There was loads of bars, but there's one other bar. Yeah. Is the one that's like, it's like, I might be butchering, I'm sorry for us there, but you're like, it's shit to be you, it's good to be me. It's like,
it's sick to be me.
Sick to be me.
I ain't never broke a biscuit that I'm dipped in my tea.
That might be the most quoted bar of the event so far.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, the ones that get picked up, innit? Yeah, but yeah, it's true.
That might be, honestly. Man,
yeah, Frankie had
Frank's material was off the chain, man. That
Frankie's
addicts worship me like Alan Kirbishley is fucking different, man.
Yeah, I beg you explain that. I beg you explain that bar to me, because I don't get it at all.
Charlton Athletic, their nickname is the Addicts.
Right.
Like I think the original owner at some point was a fishmonger, so it was Haddocks, and then it became Addicts. So the Addicts worship me.
No way.
Yeah, the Addicts worship me like Alan Kirbishley.
Well, just that name, like Alan, it just sounds like a football name, innit? Like I knew it must be football related. With a name like that, you got to fucking, even if you're like a caretaker at the ground, you got to be involved in. You got to be involved in football if that's. So I knew it, but then obviously I didn't really get the Addicts bit or whatever. But
my favorite of his was he had I think it was, did you say eyeball or like eyeball missing like Michael Bisping? That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't get that one. I know who Michael Bisping is, but I didn't know he had his eye. He's not got one eye, has he?
He's got a glass eye, so he was always.
No way! I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
The only fact,
had that hidden throughout his career.
The only fact I know about Michael Bisping, I'm not into UFC. The only fact I know about Michael Bisping is that he's from Clitheroe, and the only reason I know that is because it's like randomly stuck in my head. And I remember meeting someone once and them just being, I'm from somewhere you wouldn't have heard. It's put up north, this little town called Clitheroe. And I remember I impressed them so much. I was like, oh, that's where Michael Bisping is from, innit? They were like, you watch UFC? I was like, literally never in my life. I just know that's where he's from, innit? They were like, what the fuck? No one knows that, man. I was like, yeah. Anyway, fucking, not to get sidetracked, Reverse superstar in the chat, man. What's going on, G?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Real talk. Let's clap it up for Reverse, man. Just
big up yourself, man.
Look. He's come here, he's gelled his hair, he's tried a new colour, he's tried a new t-shirt, he's turned the lights on his bedroom. This is the swag of someone that did well in their battle, man. This is,
I appreciate it.
I'll see Formy on the side. Let me bring Formy in as well. Everyone's fucking turning up tonight.
Yes.
Formy, is your mate in the background a geezer that came to fucking the other thing the other day? I swear I reckon.
Nah, it's not. It's Deja that was, mate, with the glasses.
No, the guy. You didn't let me finish. The guy.
Yeah.
Is that the guy came to the beach? Yeah, I recognise him. What you say? I forgot your name. What are you saying, man?
It's Lewis.
Chilling, but anyway, yo, let's stick back on topic, man. Formy and Reverse.
Why not get a clap now?
Well, to be honest, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you do get a clap, bro. I don't know if you do, because you did sick. No, you did sick. But Reverse is getting a clap because it was his first ever clash, bro.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You get a like, you get a like. If I saw you on the walk to Morrison's, you'd get a like. Oh, you good? Yeah, safe. That's what you get.
Morrison's, you fucking Tory cunt.
Morrison's is like the cheapest supermarket after Asda, bro. If I said Waitrose, that's different. But true story, I bumped into Tim Westwood in Waitrose and it was hilarious. That is a true story.
When? Not recently.
Not recently, because I'm broke now. When I had money, I bumped into Tim Westwood in Waitrose. And it was absolutely hilarious. And true story, he had a huge shopping cart full of washing detergent and shit, and he never explained why it was full. And I was like, "Save Tim." True story, hand on her. Anyway, so yeah, no, Former, you did really well, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually,
Reverse won,
all jokes aside, bro, I preferred you on the watch back, man. That is honest. That's my honest opinion. Obviously, I checked back all the battles. As soon as I got the footage, I watched them all back. Fat Chinese takeaway bottle of Prosecco. I was happy with the motherfucker. Now, I'll be honest. On the day, I thought it was quite clearly going to Reverse. On the watch back, you come across a lot better on cameras. I'll give you a props for that, man. Obviously, the scheme I put in the trailer, that every rhyme he spits is from the line, that popped off, man. That was a solid bar, but
yeah, I missed a load of bars, man.
How many did you miss? I got a feeling you missed some by the way you were spitting them. I thought you might have missed some.
I missed like a whole 8-bar out of my second round.
Really? Was it on the same?
Well, it was really like important to the second round. I just missed it, but yeah. I think Reverse still won it, man. I've been saying that to everyone. He's fucking killed it. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm giving him the clap in it. Obviously, it was your third battle, so as I said, your first ever battle. So the two original Dota people watching, like so, Frost and Quill, both of you saw that battle.
Yeah.
I didn't see it on the day, but I've watched it back now. Yeah.
Okay. What did you two think then?
I really enjoyed it, man. Like, for your first battle, honestly, that was a really good battle. Like you look like you look like a natural to it. Fair play to you.
Really natural, bro. What did from like just our little streams we did and this, that, and the other, was there like, did you end up ever like changing your approach to anything after talking to For Me and talking to this, or did you just when we did the chats and that, were they just kind of like part of the process, or did they help in any way?
I saw the battle as well, by the way.
I said to you as well. I said to you, bro, but you didn't say anything. I said Quill and Frost, and only Frost piped up because Frost is feeling gassed of his Frankie battle.
You know what I mean?
All right, all right, Reverse, hold on a second. Before we get to the questions I just asked you, I can't remember what they were. Quill, what did you think of Reverse and For Me?
No, I thought it was good, but I thought, sorry, like to skip past For Me, but Reverse's first round was ridiculous. There was no right to be that good. I can't remember off the top of my head the quotables, but like some of the wordplay was very two-bar punchy.
Yeah.
I just thought that was such a good round. That was like that was lit, bro. Best round of the battle.
So did you, Reverse, did you pay shuffle for the gold package or the silver?
Yeah, man.
No. What? I don't understand this comment. What's this comment? Are you going to change your name after the comments on Battle Rap Resume? What? I don't understand. What? Does anyone know what this is about?
Tom Quay said that Reverse was like a really basic, boring name.
Oh, okay.
His name is Tom Quay. Like,
yeah,
literally come with his name.
I like
got some front.
I love Tom. I haven't checked the full thing out yet. But, I thought you meant that it had been discovered someone else is called Reverse. If it's just that he thinks the name is shit, I mean that's on you, bro. Innit? If you want to keep it.
He said that there are like some other battlers called Reverse. The only one I know of is Reverse Live.
There's Reverse. There's I'm not sure if there's a Reverse. I don't know, man.
I mean, Reverse Live is pretty reverse, isn't it?
Yeah, Reverse. I don't know, bro. If you like it, keep it. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, no. What does For Me mean, bro? I mean, I don't. What does that mean?
Well, like my ex was Italian, and like Formica is aunt in Italian, and then he always used to call me For Me, and I used to have a different name, and then that clocked me one day. I was like, I'll just use For Me, innit? So it's aunt, isn't it?
So that is such a For Me thing, naming yourself after something that reminds you of your ex. That is you in a fucking nutshell, bro.
If only I knew that before the battle, man.
Isn't it? Exactly. Well, I can't believe I didn't think that. I say this question on the stream. I just literally saw your name on the tag now, and I was like, what does For Me mean?
It literally just means my name, innit? So it was convenient, and it's got a nice ring to it anyway, so it's fine.
But
there's some Russian dude called For Me as well, or Czech Republic dude, and he's banging, so I need to change it.
Well, what do you mean Russian? Is he Russian or is he Czech, bro? Which
I
one
don't know. I don't speak the language. I'm not gonna lie, mate. So I can't really tell you.
I'm just gonna put this on the screen because the spelling of Tom Quay is legendary. Legendary spelling of Tom Quay. One more. Have you ever mentally recovered? Do you know what? I actually fuck with Max Sherry heavy now. Like I actually catch so much jokes from Max Sherry when I'm with him now. Like he does wind me up and he says some cringy things, but he's a good lad. I gotta shout him out, man.
Lewis said he was joking.
Yeah. But so yeah, flipping it back. Did you two catch Frost and Quill's battle? Well, Quill had I don't know what it is.
Not their battle because they didn't go.
Say again?
Not their battle. The separate battles I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get clever just because we embarrass you about your name. It doesn't suit you, bro.
Yeah, I was.
Don't start showing off because we're live For Me. Don't do that, man.
I watched all of them, man. They were fucking absolutely snapping.
So starting on has Georgie Roots joined the chat at the top left, bro? What's going on? I just know.
I'm the guy, Dread. What you saying?
That's Q, innit?
No, I can't co-sign this. People are gonna call me a bully, bro. I can't co-sign this, man. Anyway, now let's start with Quill. Everyone, let's get some opinions on Quill. Whether it was in the room on the day, watching it back, blah 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 blah. What we saying?
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Watch
fucking
it back.
Destroyed it. I remember like I went up to him after and said that was sick, and he said like, oh, I just sort of like kind of re-sculpted the words to make it fit for him not being there, and I was like, it sounds like you wrote that like for him not being there, the whole thing, and you pulled it off completely. It was sick.
I know what you mean.
It was sick.
Sorry, carry on, Frost.
The performance of it as well, man. Like the way you just moved around the room, you embraced the fact that you was the only person that anyone's looking at in it. So like you moved around when you went up on the stage, you come back down, and that I like the getting down on the knees thing. That like all of that was big. I really
What was it? What was the getting up on stage in aid of? Was that I didn't really understand that. Was that just because why not?
I just saw a space on the stage, so I just got up in it.
Because
I liked it.
I tried to play it super cool, but I was like, what's this geezer saying? Like, why is he suddenly?
That's me. I'm trying to own this shit. Like,
I rate it. I'm not hating it.
Yeah, no, I liked it. You got around the room, like it was big. I like that a lot.
I think it's just a reason we didn't say that.
It was just freestyle. I just saw the space. I was like, I'm getting in this crowd. Like,
yeah. Now, so how did you feel watching your performance? Because obviously you were so up and down about it. Like one day you were like, do you know what? Fuck him. I'm gonna have the performance of the day. And then the next day you were like, oh, this guy's a pussy. What's going on, bro? So like, obviously now it's done. What kind of first question? How did it feel in the room? And then like, how did it feel watching it back?
Yeah, I'm happy. It just went how I felt it went, how it was gonna go. Watching it back, yeah, I'm happy with it, man. Like for me, it's just like just a tick in my own head that I can do performance wise what I imagine. Like I feel like my strength has always been my writing, but now I'm kind of like I feel like my strength might be performance now. So I feel really good, man. So I don't care that, like I said, it won't get as many views on YouTube and whatever. But again, it's like another piece. I'm always trying to be different, right? So it's like another piece. It's like not many people have done something like that. Even if they have spat bars, like I don't think anyone's done anything like that. So it's just another, won't get the views, but it's another like original piece. So I'm happy.
Well, you say, bro, you say it won't get the views. I think it's gonna do better than you're giving yourself credit for, man. I think people.
I think it'll do all right.
I'm not saying it's gonna get like 100K, bro, but it's like it's gonna do better than I think. I understand probably what you're doing is setting your sights low. I do the same thing, but like I think the feedback to it, like we've all been there, like when people have done the like. Oh my opponent no shot. I'm gonna spit the bars to the camera. We've all been there when that's happened. It's not usually worth uploading, even if the bars are crazy. It doesn't usually get uploaded because it doesn't feel right, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no opponent there. Whereas I think with you, most people were saying, "Quill had one of the performances of the day." Blah 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 blah. So it's like it should get love online, man. It should get love online, definitely, bro. Shouts out Linda locked in, big up on all those interviews.
How did the Shocks one do when Shocks pulled out and you did like solo that? Because I remember that did quite well.
Yeah, see that's probably maybe what I'm basing off. I know it's on a different channel and stuff, but like I thought my material film was cool and the way it was edited was cool, right? And it hasn't really hit the views. Whereas if it was against him, it would have. So maybe that's what I'm basing.
But fucking nothing gets views at the moment, bro. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's cool. It's just about how I feel. I'm happy. I know. So
yeah,
it's,
definitely.
Like I said, it's an individual piece. It's like it goes to my resume as something, something different.
It looks obviously, good, the solo performance.
If you were in the room on the day or you got the pay-per-view, make sure you leave a comment so we know. But yeah, no, I loved watching it back. I love watching back all your clips. I literally watched them in chronological order. Yeah, starting with Reverse. I'll be honest, bro. Like of all from our like conversations and blah 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 blah. Like I wasn't.
I just say I got gassed. I thought you meant me for a second. You watched all mine in chronological order.
That's what I'm saying, bro. No, with you, it would take a lot for you to impress me, bro. Like you've done a lot. So with you, for me, I mean, you did do really well, but I was expecting nothing. I'm just saying for Reverse, like most tryouts, you kind of go into the tryout thinking this guy's going to be shit, and then they surprise you. I'll be straight from how calm and composed you felt. I would have actually been surprised if you were shit. So I wasn't that surprised you were good. I was probably a bit surprised how much the crowd fucked with you and how comfortable you felt. But so what kind of stuff? What were your kind of bars? Now you can say it out loud, obviously, and you don't have to hide it for me. What angles and bars were you most proud of? Because I think you got some seriously fucking good reactions, man.
Well, yeah, man. Like you were saying. How like you didn't think the crowd would fuck me? I didn't think they would either, to be honest. Like I kind of thought first battle of the day, tryout battle, like no one's really gonna care. They're probably still gonna be linking up with their mates, grabbing drinks, whatever. But I was absolutely overwhelmed with the reaction. I think the first bar, the whole Wayne Rooney's head, Dame Judi Dench thing, when that got reaction, I was like, it immediately put me at ease, if you know what I mean. Because
it does, isn't it? It does.
Really
And
does.
then so when I knew that, you know, the room were willing to react to material, they were, you know, up for it. I think as the event started a bit late, they were maybe a bit more sort of anticipating it a bit
Crowd
more.
was good.
But in some ways, because we had to do all that fucking around before we started, I think it kind of in some ways added to the battle because there was no messing around once everyone was in the venue. It was like very much like get in the venue and we're starting battle number one. And then I feel like when we started battle number one, people were so hungry. Like, I'll be honest, because yours is a tryout battle. I mean, I can't remember. I haven't seen the footage back. Sorry, but I can remember. I haven't seen it, but I know I was hosting it like properly, like I do. Like, I put effort in, but obviously, usually with the tryout battles, I don't go as crazy and I keep it a little bit more low key. Because often, to be frank, they don't get uploaded. We've got a whole hard drive of intros we've never uploaded to me because I never got uploaded. But then I kind of forgot it was the first battle we've filmed in a venue for 2 years. So obviously I'm like, yo, I'm being all polite, like it's next in line. First battle of the day, I say make some noise. Everyone goes crazy, fucking hell, bro. Like, and I felt when I did that, I was like, shit, man. I should have put more effort in the intro. Then obviously I was like, nah, you're doing the right thing. It might be a shit battle. Telling myself it's probably going to be a shit battle. After a couple of bars from you both, I was like, boy, this is the best try I've seen in fucking ages.
Let me say one thing though, bro. Can we
get it out,
do that fucking like that theme music shit again? Because that was whack.
Oh, man.
That was like awkward.
No,
was everyone else meant to have one, and you just kind of went, "That was dead."
No, it was just timing, bro. I still believe in it 100%, bro. Like, if you don't want to have it, have
it. It could work, but it was
just timing, bro.
I thought you saw how awkward our shit was, and then just went, no.
It's literally just because we want it to be done on time. To be fair, we did.
We were sitting outside, and I was like, "Did he just see how weird we were?"
Nah. If that was the truth, I'd have no problem admitting it, bro. But it's like literally not the truth. The truth is just because we were so intent on not getting kicked out, I was like, well, the theme music can go. Do you know what I mean? I like the concept. To be honest, bro, the problem is to make theme music work, you have to enter that, but there's no way of really doing it there.
Definitely not in the fitness.
Do you feel me? Like it needs to be. I'm thinking about doing it in the birthday.
On a stage, it'll be right.
Like a high up one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about doing it at the birthday for sure, but it needs to be. You need to be able to walk on with lights going and look at the crowd. It didn't quite work because you're already in a circle, and I felt a bit weird being like. To be frank, it's like because we're already starting behind the time we wanted to start. I felt a bit silly being like, oh, by the way, guys, now we're all here. Can we all make two little pathways? So these. I was like, come on, bro, let's just start the fucking battles, bro. Oh, what's good, Daniel, son?
Yes, Daniel.
Legend in this.
Daniel's done.
New young legend in this battle thing.
Even
Zen called him old. That's what Daniel said. Leave a comment. How old are you, bro? I swear you're like my age, bro. Do we count as old now? Like Jesus.
My bro told me he's 27, bro. He's not that old.
Watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Daniel said because he looks like people think he's older, but yeah, I mean, you lot didn't hear like Sean Cray's intro track. I don't understand. I literally thought it was a joke when he sent it. Then he was like, "Nah, this is my like anti-culture intro track to show that I don't want to intro." And it was Akon and Sway, some song about a stripper in a club. And I was like, "Are you 100%?" Yeah, 30. There you go, bro. Danielson's 30, bro. I swear Zen's like 27, and man's calling him old. Anyway, superstar in the bottom.
Old in like every round, even though I'm like 5 years younger than him.
What we saying, Frankie? First off, happy birthday for the day, man. Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, it was all good, man. I had tonsillitis for a couple of days, so it was a bit rough, but I'm all good.
Yeah. So let's get to it, bro. What did you think of watching you and Frost back, man?
I'm mad happy with it. I can't lie. I didn't even really like, even with the edit of the third, with like the stuff going on, I didn't really seem like that deep. I was worried it was going to look a bit rough, but
it always feels worse in the day, bro.
Yeah, I think if anything, I just wanted to tone myself like 10% because I think like I was sweet, but I just kind of said some of them lines that I didn't want to deliver as aggressive, but I was just in the moment to let them out. Like, if anything, I just want to tone it down a touch, but I was happy with everything about it, to be honest.
Yeah. So what do you feel like it almost flipped the other direction, that you were like so focused on stepping your delivery up and went a bit too ham?
Just slightly, yeah. Some of the bars I wasn't trying to say in that sort of tone or like cadence, like when I was writing them and performing them before. But then, like, in the moment, I just said something mad aggressive, and I felt like I was sort of still in that headspace for like 10 seconds, and then it went away. I was like, oh shit, I probably should have delivered that slightly less angry, but oh well, it is what it is. I could probably say that about every battle in some aspects. So.
You can't leave a battle without at least thinking, fuck, I wish I could reshoot that one line. Every battle, literally everyone. There will always be a moment you run out of breath. That's my one from experience. You always, because you get so fucking in the moment, you run out of breath when you spit something big.
Yeah, I had that a couple times, man. Like the end of my first, I think it's the end of my first against Bender. Like the whole last like 4 bars, I'm just like saying them like this because I had no air in my lungs whatsoever.
No, you handled the fucking bar. I mean, at the time, obviously during the battle, I didn't know it was a bar staff, but that's even more annoying that. As soon as the clash finished, everyone was like, you know, that was literally the bar staff ruining that talking.
Yeah, that's so annoying because I thought it was just some super drunk guy who didn't really know what was going on.
Well, it was, bro, but he just had a fiddler's elbow t-shirt on.
Oh shit, Jesus.
Yeah, well, I saw him at the end of the event, bro. My man, he was stumbling, bro.
Yeah,
stumbling about.
Weird, like you can't like you want to be annoyed, but you can't really do anything because it's like, bro, like, what am I supposed to do? Call you a cunt now? Like, it's over, innit? I just got to get on with it.
And obviously, the edit that I did for the pay-per-view was like a super quick, just get it done. But I might even in the real footage, I don't know. When I'm trying to edit with the multiple cameras, I might even try and make it one like seamless thing, so they're all chopped out. But I just quickly wanted to get the pay-per-view up. People can obviously see something's happened, but I just don't want it to look like that we've edited you choking out.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah, because that's the thing,
innit? Like,
past that fucking bit, and now everyone's like, oh yeah, he definitely fucked up. We all know.
They're giving Frankie giving him favoritism because Erzkin said he was going to step it up and he didn't. Blah 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 blah.
It's all part of the game, bro. Now, I don't mind what people think as long as they enjoy the battle overall. I'm not that fussed about like little nitpick things like that, man.
Yeah,
you need to put a title up, just being like, oh. Like I've cut this out because I
definitely didn't choke.
All you gotta do is shut the fuck up. It's not difficult.
I don't like doing it, brother. I don't. People think I get some kind of enjoyment out of saying shut. I don't fucking like it, bro. I hate it. I just want to shut up. Yeah. I just want to be quiet, bro. Like I want to say my bit at the beginning, make a little joke, feel popular, get a little laugh. Then I don't want to say anything until it's the end of the battle.
Yeah. Unless it's Danny Jack's round.
Unless it's Danny Jack's round. I don't know what to say about that, bro. I mean, do you know what? You brought it up for me. Let's get some opinions on that. On a scale of like 10 to 20, how amazing was it? Because it's not 1 to 10 is
obviously not.
I thought you weren't clued up on it, bro. And I was just like, you sort of didn't say anything, and he kept being like, yo. Should we cut him in? Like nothing heavy? What'd you say? Should we give him any? And you were like, he's not getting a fucking penny. I was like, you snaky cunt.
Yeah, it was quick of you to think of that in the moment, you know. Like,
It would also be hilarious for Sean to only write like 7 bars out of an 8 bar and be like, well, I hope he jumps in.
I like that there's always going to be that section of rap fans that have no clue about battle rap fully, that still think everything's freestyle. That we may stumble across that battle one day and be like, fucking hell, how do you do that?
Well, if we're being honest, there was probably 5 to 10 people in the venue who probably thought I just said it.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe, yeah, because they're all new too, innit? Yeah, fuck it, I didn't even think of that.
Not everybody there was a die-hard fan that understands that me and Danny got history and blah, 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 blah.
Good point. Yeah, I literally walked in as he built to that bar.
Oh, serious?
I walked in and stood on that little bench to sort of see what was going on. And I was like, oh, shit, it's like Dan and that. And I weren't sure exactly where it was because I thought I'd been like 5 minutes. And then obviously the build and then that bar and the run shut down. I was like, fucking hell, this event has started swift. And then I realized there was already a battle before that. Not that I didn't know that it happened, but like I thought had like 5 minutes practicing, but I'd been out there for like half hour or something mad.
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous, bro. I still got post battle. I say post battle. I said one right. I still got like post jumping
having
in
a dream where you wait. Oh, what did I write?
Walking around, can't remember you around. Like, oh shit, I don't have to remember.
You know them ones with I don't know who it was who said it. Like when you see when you see a battler at an event and you ask him if they're ready, and someone said something like, if they don't answer with anything but yep and look you in the face, it means they're not ready and they're going to
Yeah.
If they have any answer for you, any kind of sentence, any kind of anything that's not just like, yeah, I can't wait, it's a choke coming.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
That's how I felt. I'm not gonna lie. Like as it was coming up when we were starting letting people in the venue and that, I was like, shit, like we're actually gonna do this thing. Like, and I started having second thoughts on that. Like, oh fuck, but what if like
imagine he made you do like 3 more lines, just like 3 more, and you couldn't do it. That'd be the maddest fucking start to an event ever.
Well, but you fucked up your chances, wouldn't you? You got your ring rust out the way now, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like it did feel weird as fuck. I know you're joking, but it did feel rusty as fuck saying something that rhymed in front of a bunch of people. I literally don't even know that.
I'm dead serious.
Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know the last time I said something that rhymed in front of anybody but my mirror. You know what I mean? So it felt weird. And as I said it, I'm not gonna lie. As I stepped out and said it, bro, there was a big part of me that was like, I really hope this isn't a mistake because it's too late now, bro. Like, and then when I got the laugh,
like it went off really well. To be fair,
yeah,
especially
bro,
from the back of the room.
I felt like I was reverse getting my first reaction in battle rap ever, bro. Because as I said it, I was like, shit, I forgot. This is what it feels like when you say a line and you don't know if it's gonna pop. Because I really didn't know it was gonna pop. I didn't know if it was gonna pop, and then it did, and I was like, whew! And you see me on camera, I'm happy as Larry. Like, yeah, I'm a battle rapper again, man.
It's so weird that you can tell. There's like some lines you know will pop, and not even on that. Like, oh, I thought it'd go well, and it kind of died on the day, or like, there's just some lines you're like, there's no way it's not gonna work. Like, it's such a surreal feeling having them sort of lines tied in with ones that you're super unsure about. Like, that's such a weird thing.
Well, that reminds me, when Quill rudely interrupted me, Rivas, that's the question I asked you about 10 minutes ago, bro. What bars of yours did you really just love delivering and getting a reaction to?
Yeah, as I say, I wasn't expecting any reaction, to be honest. No, I planned and I practiced as though I wasn't going to get any reaction. Like, I was ready to go on to the next bit if the crowd didn't react. But the bit where I was like, must have known that you wouldn't reach the final because like the 2 battles were happening on the same day. I didn't know if people would clock that in the room.
Yes, that was a great angle, man. That was a really good angle.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, because just to explain something like that, as in like just a real life thing with dates matching up, and to try to do it with like a rhyme scheme and everything, and then explain it properly that people in the room can clock it who don't have any idea. I wasn't sure if that would go off or not, but I'm glad that it did.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it was. I know exactly what you mean. It was a really hard concept to word shortly.
Yeah.
Really hard. Like to basically say, for anyone watching who doesn't understand, who hasn't seen the pay-per-view, so basically, For Me was in another tournament, which the final of that tournament was at next in line. So Reverse's angle was saying, if set this battle up months ago with us two, he was 100% certain you weren't going to make it to the final today. But I know what you mean, because as you were saying it, I didn't have a clue what you were saying. And then when you brought it together at the end, you got a pretty fucking good pop for that, man. People liked that a lot.
Yeah, I was well happy with it. Yeah. To be honest, like, the rest of the bars, it was kind of, obviously, it being my first battle, I wasn't sure what aspect of me the crowd would like and what they wouldn't. So I was kind of just throwing a lot of different types of things out there, like some sort of stupid jokes and more kind of bar type things. But to be honest, there was only like 1 or 2 bars that I didn't really get a reaction to, or that I thought I'd get a reaction to that I didn't. Mm-hmm. And the rest of it, I was just, as I say, I was expecting nothing, and so anything I got was a bonus.
So my final question about your performance was your whole like cool, calm, collected demeanor. Was that something you planned, or was that almost like put on, or were you actually genuinely quite relaxed?
Mate, I was shitting myself. I didn't.
That's what I wanted you to say. That's more like it.
Join the fucking club.
I was so anxious for the pay-per-view because in my first line, there was a point where I was like, you look like, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm actually in a battle, and my mind went blank.
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it went blank for like 10 seconds, and it was really awkward. I'm watching it back; it's like 1 second, and you almost can't tell. But to be honest, I wasn't aware that I was looking kind of cool, calm, collected. I thought I was just kind of like stumbling my way through. So it's definitely not put on at all. I'm lucky that it came out that way, to be honest.
I thought I was going to choke first round, bro. There's that bit in it where I'm like, I've got to tell you. I was like, I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I'm going to fuck it. And then it came back really quick because everyone just sort of laughed at the way I reacted to it. So it came back straight away. But I was like, oh, I've nearly fucked that there.
And it helped that the next bar was a good bar that got a reaction.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of gave you a second to recollect, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all the battles on the pay-per-view, man. Fucking hell, there's some...
That was the first battle I've ever had where there's like any sort of crowd reaction in it, and it's like it really does fuel the battle if you get a good reaction, man.
Oh,
it's also one
gives
of
you
them
a second.
Can't really gauge that. But when you have that moment, then it gives you that extra second to sort of like think. Is mad nice. Like when you get up there, so sort of like in your own head, and then they give you that sort of leeway for a second. It's very nice, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yo, Zen, is your mic on, bro? I can't hear you, man. Not sure what's going on.
I can't hear shit from him.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
No.
Let me take you off and put you back on in a second. Hold on. 1 second.
Reverse, you clashing again soon? You had a clash like the week after, didn't you? Or like 2 days after?
Me?
Yeah, I swear you had a clash like a couple of days after that or something.
No, I ain't had a clash.
Someone came up to me and was like, aren't you clashing on Sunday or something? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, it must be the guy you're facing there. They must have just been chatting shit, bro.
Nothing, no. I haven't heard anything. I haven't had a clash or nothing.
Oh, bro. Who
Damn,
do you want next?
Don't press the circle underneath, bruv. You probably got it muted, bruv.
yeah, there's no Zen on your window. There's no microphone appearing, bro. I'm not sure. There's no volume bar below your face, bro.
There should be a little circle.
Yeah, there's no
The leads ain't connected.
but yeah,
for that.
So Frankie, let me get some opinions from you on Quill's Georgie Roots thing, man.
Oh, mate, I thought that shit was gold. I proper enjoyed it. I didn't mean to sort of end up sort of standing in the place because I went to go into like the pit to be close, and then someone was just like, "You just stand there," and I was like, "All right, cool." And then I was sort of like taking all the bars for like the first 2 minutes, and I was just like, "All right, fair enough." So, but then you realize like, oh shit, like even though he's not saying them to me, I've got to sort of like not wild out like a fan, but also not react as well. So I felt like I was sort of part of it in a weird way. The stick though, like all the
I feel like we were all part of it. That's a good way to describe it, bro. We were all kind of part of it, man, because we were all kind of like, as much as Quill has made me probably go grey 10 years early from knowing him, I want the best for him still. As a person, he's the most annoying geezer in the world, but as a battle rapper, I'm joking. Now in the ring, we all want the best, and as battle rappers, as much as we all fucking beef and whatever, when someone's opponent has flopped and they're still spitting your
said that the other day to
it's like you're all part of it. You all want the best for that person. You want it to bang. So like,
someone messaged me that was on the King of the Dot season thing, and and just said, "Yo, the battle like before it was online," and was just like, "It went sick." But he never said I did sick. He never said they did sick. He said it went sick, and I was like, if you're a battler, yeah, you know that means the best battle was coming out of it because everyone did well. If you have to throw in I did or they did, then you worry that it didn't work out. But if you'll come back, like if I walked out of that battle with Frost, I would have went out to everyone and went, we smashed it. Like we both, I wouldn't have spoke about me once. You know what I mean? Like you kind of do it as like it's kind of a weird like collective group where we kind of beat each other up straight away, even though we're not sort of together or nothing like that.
Well, that's what I want battle rap to be, bro. Like, I think the days of, I can't say they're over, but for me personally, the days of like our third round where you talk about, I found out you work at McDonald's, is so boring, bro.
Yeah.
Like, none of Quill's bars, they weren't, I mean this as a compliment. Like, to be honest, none of any of your bars really were like heavily researched bars. Like, for me, looking like Martin Clunes requires no research. It's just literally like walk in the venue, everyone comes in, and you could, out of 100 people, tick this box if that's Martin Clunes. 100 going to tick it. So that requires no research. You and obviously you got Frankie and Frost nothing you were saying because you specifically were like, this is about rap. Nothing was trying to expose each other. It was just spitting bars. You were just rapping.
I honestly couldn't have thought of a line that would have made any more sense than shit that I said. Really, like even there was some lines I was like, that could pop or it could be funny, but it might just be slightly too like in jokey, man. So it's just like, what's the point in doing it? You know what I mean? So like,
dangerous, bro. Like in the scene jokes, because like all the battlers in the room are gonna get it, but like when it goes online, it's one of them where you try and show your mates, and they're like, "What does that mean?" You have to explain.
And I've had it in the past as well. Like I used to get mentioned a lot in battles, and it was like, bruv, did anyone care that you said my name? Like it might have worked, but did they like actually like give a shit? I don't think they did. Like, especially because I hadn't even really battled them.
Bring back exposure bars. Hashtag censor. I just hate him, bruv. I fucking hate when Censor tried battle O'Shea, who's got the most jokes personality like image on camera in battle rap, and did a third round about O'Shea's friends selling coke in Liverpool. It was just like, bruv, you love this shit. For someone who understands battling as much as you do, Censor, like, you have really missed the mark with calling O'Shea, saying that O'Shea is killing his community as a coke dealer. Like, terrible, absolutely terrible. But so how did you find Frankie and Frost? How did you two find writing for each other? Because you were strict. Obviously, we were joking before, like, what if one of you fully goes off the rails and has an exposure rap? But you both stuck to
mum, yeah. It's weird.
You both stuck to what you agreed to and just wrote some bars. So, like, I'll be honest, I've never had a battle where the aim was just to rap. It was always about trying to get a bit personal. So, like, when you're just trying to think of punchlines but still make them battle orientated, what's the process of doing that?
I think I just like a lot of it was like stuff I know, like obvious things. Like I can do some wordplay with that. All right, I can work both our names with that. All right, that's enough of that kind of thing. Then it was like, oh, you do this like in battles. I can talk about that. That's enough about that for a thing, and just jump from little subject to little subject, so I can touch on everything. But I didn't bang on about one specific thing. Only the thing I spoke about a lot was the losing thing. But that was more just me testing out a little angle idea, innit? Because I don't do a lot of angles. So I was like, I'm just testing out a little bit of an angle-based thing with the lost stuff. So that was pretty.
I don't want to downplay your material. Obviously, you both had shit about one another, but it was very like it wasn't trying to ruin each other's lives.
No. I wouldn't have even thought about that. Never. Like anytime I've had a battle, sort of like even the idea set up, or even if the battle was set up, bro, I don't really want to talk about that shit, bro. I remember I was in Canada and I battled G-Show and I was with A-Class, and A-Class said something. He was like, "You didn't do like no Asian jokes or something." I was like, "But why though? Like, there's just
why, bro?
Just like nothing that I had to say about it." And he was just like, "Oh, that's sick." And I was like, "Hopefully, I don't know, might fuck up in on the day, but there's no need for me to mention it." Like,
what were you about to say, Quill?
No, I was gonna say I see me as similar as well. Like obviously, like Bobby Rex said some mad shit to Georgie, right? But I'm never gonna go down that route. Well, excuse the pun. But then as soon as man dropped out, I was like, "You little shit, I'm gonna mention it." So I put the eyebrow bar in just to
that was jokes. I was about to say that.
As far as I got, that's my little pettiness. But I'm not looking to like ruin man's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think on reflection, I wish I did a few more of them like roasty type. Like
I wish I ruined Frost's life a little bit more. Just a touch more of ruining of lives.
I wish I switched out a few more of them punchlines for just straight up like jokey bits, because I feel like them jokey bits like hit quite well. So I was like, fuck, I could have done a few more of them, and they wouldn't have took as much effort to write, like really, because as long as you've got something funny to drop, like you can write anything around it really. But with some punchlines, you're like, oh shit, I need to make that connect with that or it'll be shit. So yeah, that would be my
together on your neighbours, no?
Sorry?
Yeah, no,
around the corner.
Yeah, he's only around the corner, yeah.
Yes. So same question to you, Frost, man. How did you? Because you obviously we talked about it just before Frankie come on. Obviously, like you had that that hilarious, just basically stop being nervous, whatever it was you said. But apart from that, you were just trying to get a little bit rapping and be a little bit slick. It's the same thing, really. Like what was it like for you? Because you like Frankie as a person. So how were you constructing these bars for him?
Honestly, I mean, I've never really been one to attack somebody's personality anyway. Like I'll make fun of somebody. Like, I mean, I'm gonna slag him off, but like to actually go in and be like, oh, I know this about you, or you did this, then that was snaky, or whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, so yeah, it really that never really crossed my mind. But honestly, like, it was more it more affected me of like I need it to be better. You know, like the way Frank words things, I was trying to do things in a similar fashion, and so I was that was really the only thing that changed about my writing. Like, I was trying to do a lot more like syllable writing than like Frankie would do. But that's the only thing that really changed.
That's how
I write anyway.
I was gonna say you do that anyway, no?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, like just more so. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I mess around a lot, and like Frank was saying there was a couple of joke bits that normally that would have been my bread and butter. But I was like, nah, I want to rap. And match what Frankie's gonna bring as a rapper, and then like I could have thrown in a lot more jokey bits.
See, that's the another thing with me. Like, there was a couple bars that I kept and a couple I took out. Like I told you after, that was more like, shit, you've done that, and I wanted to try and match that or do it better in some way. And that was me sort of trying to out battle you rather than just to call you a prick or whatever. Like, I was kind of like, oh, if I can do that better than him, then like I win that sort of like mini battle in the battle. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had the whole like football bar. I was like, yo, he's done this. I'm not gonna match it. I do something like it. You know what I mean?
Elastico. That shit was crazy, man.
Safe, man.
That was nasty.
But that was more. That was born out of what, like, watching what he did and being like, shit, I need to try and do that. You know what I mean?
What I give you two props for, I got to give you both your props for not destroying the battle with a handshake every 2 minutes. I'll be straight. I didn't want to say this before, but that was one of my worries, that you two were going to go too far down the friendly route and every fucking 5 seconds be like, oh my God, that was crazy. You know, some people do that. Like,
I think I did a couple and I was like, shit, I probably should have done that.
Cool. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think I said it. I said to you at Nil, I said to you, I kind of felt like with you and Tony, it was a little bit too much of like, okay, we're here
congratulating each other for each
I get that.
I mean, whereas I was kind of like, I get it's a charity battle, but like I still want to see some rapping and some animosity. So I was a bit like, I really hope they still keep that battle element.
You know how I knew we was gonna keep that the whole way is because I think you texted me like the day before and said something, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wig out, bro. I was like, I've not said one thing online about doing anything like, or not gas myself up or nothing. I was like, bro, I'm gonna wig out real quick and you're gonna like it, and that's it. And that was it, bro. Not too
so what,
much,
Frost? Did you text him and basically say like, yeah, get in my face, don't be a pussy?
No,
not even that. It was something completely different. I just threw it in at the end. I think it was just about the event, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, like, yeah, like I'm about to while out." Like,
are you ready?
So, Quill, would you? I mean, and just answer this honestly. If you could go back, would you? If you could have the clash with Georgie there, would you have the clash, or would you keep it how you did it?
No, I'm happy how it went, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, has it just made you even hungrier to fucking actually battle someone standing in front of you?
Nah, not really. No, it's put me off a bit, to be honest. But like, I'm even more like, I'm really confident as a battler right now. Like I said before I was really happy with my writing as a battler, but now I think I'm probably one of the best performers. So I feel really, I'm up for a challenge. I feel really good, man. There was one bit there in the battle, I thought I was repeating myself, so I nearly fucked up. There's one bit I was like, oh, he was texting me on Facebook with the emoji of the face shook, and I thought, oh shit, I said this part. And as I said the next part, I'm like, no, I haven't, and I got to the
part. There was a line, you know, like when you put like a little bridge between two bars, so you help remember the next one, right? So I did this line, I said something like madness, something, and then in my third, I had the word madness again, but in like a different way, and my brain was like, I beg I don't start rapping my first or something stupid like that, because I've said
repeating that first line again.
Like, that's another thing, isn't it? Bare times you'll be at a battle event, that probably gets said at least once an event as well. Like you'll go to someone after the clash and be like, you'll be like, oh, good battle, man, you did all right, and they'll be like, bro, to be honest, I started rapping my third round in my second round. Every event someone says that in it, and you're like, really? And they're like, what? Could you not tell? And you're like, nah, oh fuck, I thought I ruined it, bro. Like, you really did that.
I remember Kenel come outside, he's like, I fucked my first up. I'm like, I heard your rounds the other day. You smashed it. He was like, no, I swear I didn't rap like for longer than a minute. I was like, you did like a
no, Canel was
like I was there. He was fine.
That's actually why. That's why I ended up chopping Lefty off in the first round, because I think Lefty's so loose with it.
Yeah, you cut him off. I was so surprised.
No, I had to, because he's so loose with it. I thought he was just gonna spit all of his bars. That's why I cut him off.
No, but you did it really well, and obviously you're the pro, like on hosting, right? So you did it really well. But when I was watching, I was like, oh shit, like that.
Yeah,
cut him off.
I promise you, that's it. It's not because it's not the joke we always make on camera. Like, we'll cut you when it gets whacked. It's genuinely because I was like, I think he's doing that thing where he's just spitting every bar he has because he's just in the zone. Because I think it was only meant to be like minutes or something. And then it got to like, I was like, I swear he's been spitting for 2.5 minutes. So I was like, right, cut. And I feel like it was an okay place to stop. And then obviously as it went on, he did have 3 rounds, but just something in my head, I was mad para, like he's gonna spit all his bars in round 1. Like,
is the best, bro.
he killed it. That was one of my favorite performances of him.
Lefty is funny, man.
He did that
Yeah,
racist. He's like, oh no, he's back to hating blacks and Asians. And then the
Yeah,
whole
when he
bar
just
smashed him.
I'm happy with him that he brought the performance I asked for, bro. Like, there's not too many people battling on nil that I really asked for a specific performance. With Lefty, I specifically said to him, please, I want that Lefty, and he brought that one, man.
So good, man.
So funny, bro. Like some of them punchlines. And I know this is the thing, like, I think some of the newer battle rap fans are probably going to see that clash and be like, oh, all in 3-0. Lefty said nothing about him. But the old battle rap fans, shut it down.
Like, you
I
know,
was just thinking, like, I find, I don't know if it's me, but like, I think whenever someone has a style that's just super roast based, it's like, bro, how do you really combat that though? Like, when they're just gonna make you look like a melt for 5 minutes.
I love it.
You got, the answer
for this question, yeah.
Definitely freestyle.
Listen,
don't flop battle.
so
Freestyle.
the battle Lefty had with me, I come out of it. I was thinking, yeah, he freestyled. He must have freestyled a lot of that. You know, like he's like, oh, he looks like Denmark. He looks like Denmark players or whatever. After the battle, we're chatting now. He showed me his notes, and he's just got bullet points. And one of them's like Jamie Vardy, his son's Denmark, and like just bullet points of just things about. I was like, nah, this boy's taking a piss, but like. A freestyle kind of, but he had
I wouldn't know what to do if I turned up to an event and the first bar said to me was like, you're out on the black market looking on the dark web.
That's the one I said. That's the one I said, but I knew when he said that, because I was not sure. Like I said, Lefty's the kind of guy, if he turns up with no bars or 3 rounds, he'll just go, no, I'm ready. So for the week leading up to the event, he was saying, I'm ready. And I still, up to like even doing the intro, I still was like, I don't know if he has written a single bar. When he came out with the Marcus Rashford postcode bar, that is when my whole shoulders relaxed.
So good.
I was like, he brought the Lefty I wanted him to bring. I knew if he wrote bars, he'd literally just talk about him being white and talk about him being northern. And that's literally all he did. But I think,
mate, Lefty had clips from the day for me, man. Like, he had that fucking, we talking about his weight, innit? And he was like, I've got a fat, it's a good look. I say, your gal's a good cook. And I was like, what?
yeah.
Just straight to it, bro. Like,
I love that when someone just is so comfortable enough to like do like flips that simple, like just throw them in. Like I wanted to do, there was a couple in my head to say in the battle, but it was like, I was so in my own world that I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try nothing today. Like, and then I did in the end. I still threw one bit in, but I was like, I'm not gonna like do that first bar of the round thing where I'm like, I couldn't do any of that. Like,
I get worried with flips. Like, I'm worried that if I think of it and then focus too much on delivering that the first bar of the something is, I'm gonna fucking forget that or something.
Bro, I've obviously not known for my fucking flip ability. It's not like I'm like, oh, Frank, mate, you better watch for them freestyle rebuttals, bro. And like, it's the worst thing is I haven't thought, but my brain's so like, no, just go, like, don't do it. That I've been lucky like a couple times in battles where someone said something that I've already sort of had pre-planned, so I've not like put it in, but I was already gonna say it. But like when I did the G Show battle, I had a Justin Trudeau bar because I was like, I'm not just gonna just do some Canada bar because it's Canada. I was like, fuck that, I'll take it out. And then I got to the place and I was with Pigsty, and he's like, "Oh, that's a good bar. You took that out." I was like, "Yeah." And then in the battle, he says like a line at the end of his second round. He's like, something, more history,
Blackout on something.
closet or something. And I turned around and Pigsty just looked at me like, do it. And I'm like, oh shit, I can just throw it in. Like it was one of them, like I was so comfortable doing it. I was like, I can just throw it in, and I did. And it was like actually a flip because I had to set it up and make something up beforehand. But it's just nice having that sort of backup. Like I can understand why some battlers have like say 10 minutes of material ready in their head and just turn up and rap like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and they may not even get a load of it out. But I can see why they do it now. Like it makes a lot of sense to me. Like before I was like, oh, I've got 90 seconds, I'm gonna rap 90 seconds and nothing else. I'm right, nothing else. Like, why do that, bro? Just have some shit in the tuck.
So Reavers, taking it back, going back to something you said quite a while ago. Let's delve into what you said about how you feel like you nearly choked. When you said that you look like starting your bar.
Yeah.
Let's delve into that because obviously we spoke privately about this, and I think I said to you, didn't I? I said the main reason people choke in their first ever battle is because they black out and they feel like it's not real, right? And they feel like what the fuck is actually going on. And so I said that to you, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to take that on board." So are you basically saying that even after all of that, when you actually got there, you still were like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, man. Because you specifically said exactly.
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm bringing it up because I specifically said to you that is going to happen.
But you also said like that's the one thing that I wouldn't be able to prepare for. And so, in my head, like I'd thought about that, and I was kind of like. To be honest, like the whole morning was a bit surreal. Like I was outside chatting to Frankie and Shuffle beforehand, and like that was really fucking weird for me. And so I kind of eased myself into it and thought like, you know what, I'm kind of comfortable with this.
Oh
now.
yeah, I turned up and made you listen to my bars when I just said hello. My bad, mate.
Yeah, so I'd kind of thought like maybe I'd got the nerves out of my system. And I felt pretty relaxed. I mean, I was obviously still nervous, but it was until the moment where you were like round one on reverse, and at that point I was like, shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just glad it came out okay on camera. Like I say, in my head I was thinking like, man, I really stumbled there. I really like made it awkward or whatever, and it was literally like a couple of seconds of that.
Yes, well, go on. Sean, can you hear us?
Sean?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
What are you saying? You're in your car. Go away from the family and that.
Reverse. I remember like when was like, "Oh,
cool.
who's going first?" Innit? And was like, "Who's going first?" And I looked at you, and I wanted to go first because I wanted like 2 flip opportunities or something.
Yeah.
No, I wanted you to go first. And you just looked at me and just like shook your head, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And just out of politeness, I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I was like, "Oh, why did I do that? I should have put him on the spot."
I also wanted to flip. I mean, as it turned out, I didn't. But I kind of like, I wouldn't say I was overconfident, but I was kind of thinking like, if something comes up, I'll be able to flip it. And then in the moment, I was just kind of on autopilot. Like I wasn't even listening to your bars at the time. Like I was more just taking in the situation.
That's why you had
really
about like the corny cadence and formulaic thing was almost I know it was written, but it was almost flipped my round on its head as in itself. Because I'd literally just come off of doing that like multi-scheme 3 times in a row, and then you were like and just like fucking
Well, I knew that you were like sick at like structuring rhyme schemes, that you had a good grasp for like structure and essentially just like chaining multis. And so I didn't necessarily want to spend too much time doing that. I was like, it's the first battle of the day. Let's just give people something to like enjoy in the moment, rather than being like, "Oh yeah, I'm the best."
Especially if you're going to use it as an angle, you can't do it yourself, innit?
Well, yeah, for sure. And so I kind of thought like, if there's one time I'm gonna go heavy on like making every syllable rhyme, it will be at the point where I'm using it on you.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah. That works.
So what would you take to what would you take into battle 2? What would you take like you feel like you did right? What needs improving on?
I feel more confident in my writing. In that I knew going into that battle that wasn't my best material at all. In that, like, for just like writing other stuff, I've written better stuff than those 2 minutes of that battle. But as I say, I was just trying to like throw different sorts of things out there because it was a tryout. But going into a future battle, it's because presumably it wouldn't be like 260s, it might be 360s or even more. I'd probably just be more confident to like do my own thing a bit more. Like start to build up my own kind of like.
To be honest, I don't think you sounded like you were trying to be anyone really. I think you just were doing your own thing really. I don't think you sounded. I thought you might sound a bit more like Shuffle, if I'm being completely honest with you. I thought you might maybe a bit more influence. You didn't really sound like him, to be honest, bro. I think you did your own thing, man.
Well, I sort of knew like that. I knew that people would talk about the Shuffle thing. But like I've known, like, as long as I've known Shuffle, I've known we're quite different writers.
Yeah,
like,
it's not that many similarities, man. Not really.
No, we both obviously appreciate rhymes and like we enjoy similar types of writing, but the shit that we produce ourselves is very, very different.
Yeah,
like, we
sure.
just have different
Shuffle's
styles.
a proper like concept battler, isn't it? Like the start of his round where he was like the radio station. He's always got like a big
that was a big chance he took on that one. That was a very big like this really might pay off. It really might not.
I was silent for the first like
same. I was like, this better be going. It's like when someone tells a long joke and you're like, bro, the punchline better bang.
But then when that Canal impression came in at the end, I was like, fuck. So
so let's get some favorite bars for me. What starting with you, bro? What what was your kind of like favorite shit Reva said to you?
Said to me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Don't pretend like you haven't watched it 75 times.
No,
bro.
I have, bro. I'm just struggling to think of them. Like
Reva, he's looking like he sounds like he wants a rematch, bro. He's sending shots in that. Well, you can't remember a single bar, bro. What are you talking about?
I can remember the bars. I'm saying there's too many good bars. The one is Martin Clunes. If he stayed 19, you could unlock his phone with Face ID. I was like, that was fucking sick.
Yeah, that was good.
And then another one that stuck out, obviously the Wayne Rooney's head and Dame Judi Dench run straight away. And I think probably, I don't know, mate, my favourite's probably because you kind of went in on it, like the if formulaic it is formulaic one, like that was
Mm-hmm. And then Rivas, what about you, bro? What was your favourite moment of Formies?
I like the Tory youth shit, I must admit, because it was quite tense, and then that sort of broke the whole like tension in the room and everyone after it. I thought that was a good bar. To be honest, like the one that you mentioned earlier, like trying to write some shit for me that will find you victory, but every line you spit will be from the rhyme and dictionary. That shit.
I personally think that was the hardest. I think that was the hardest bar from Formies.
Delivered that mad well.
Delivery was fire on that.
Also, I did it wrong.
No, I think the flow was I think the flow added to it, bro. Stacking multis that don't go anywhere is dead in very 2011. But
I had that Conway
stacking multis that have a punchline.
That one, the Conway the Machine's face one's probably my favourite of my one.
Yeah, that one.
But so Frank and Frost, same question, guys. Frank?
Yeah. I got a couple for.
There's a lot.
Big up for coming, James. I've never seen your name on the stream before. Shout out for you to come down.
Pray I don't get to the chopper like a Predator film. Like me, dogs turn coats like Cruella de Vil. That's one of the best punchlines I've ever been hit with.
Insane.
That's up there with when Kojay did that fucking like think Get Out because the real you come out in a flash bar to me. Like I thought that bar was just like what. If I come away from a battle with someone and I think, oh shit, I wish I wrote that. Like I think that's one of them. And obviously the biscuit thing was just gold to watch happen. Like it was a sick little moment. I thought that was gold. And then like there was another one I just had in mind, but fucking talking about it, chokes. What was the one that I had in mind? Fucking No, you talk. I'll come back to me.
Mainly, yeah. I can't remember what the bar before it, but the build up to Better Hope Your Friends is a Swimmer, like Ross Geller. There was
that was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Frank
But it was the setup as well, bro. You set it up.
The setups was punches as well.
This is what we was when I said earlier. I said like it's weird knowing a bar is gonna pop. Like I knew the Bonjela bar more than any bar I had in the battle would work. Like I just knew as soon as I said that Bonjela bar, I would get some reaction, even if it was just a oh shit. Like even if it was just that, I knew it was gonna give me something. So I put it before the Ross bar. Because I was like, if this one isn't as easy to get, it's still a sick punch to end on. But I like that I put that one third or whatever.
I really liked Snowflake Kidnap, like Ace Ventura as well. Whatever the bar was, I just really like it. Weirdly, like Cruella de Vil, that bar started just because I like the name Cruella de Vil. I thought it sounded sick to say.
Like sometimes
Ace Ventura, I just thought it sounded sick to say. It was good, man. I enjoyed that bar. You know what
it was with that? Like I actually never wrote. Like weirdly enough, that's one of the only bars like directly like a punchline that I didn't write for you at first. I wrote down a bar a couple months before. I just wrote. I was like, why has no one ever done like a wordplay on like snowflakes? That's like a big word now for like calling someone a snowflake. Yeah. And then like the Ace Ventura thing, I was like, that'd be such a sick way of doing something. And then I was writing and I was going through stuff that I had, and I walked away from something and came back and I just went, Frost, snowflake.
Perfect.
What am I doing? Like, this has got to go in. Like, this has got to go in. So yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'm adding that in, bro. Same as like the Timo bar. Like I wrote that for you, but I was like, I forgot about it and I left it, and then I was like, oh shit, I've got to put that in the battle. Like now, like fuck, and I had to add it in last minute, bro.
What I think you've done with this battle, though, Frankie, is you've now set the bar that I think personally in your upcoming battles, people are going to be on the edge of the seat now, waiting to see what's the next related rhyme you come up with. I feel like because they were your biggest pops in this battle. Was like I said, for me, I didn't really get the Kirby whatever thing. I didn't really get it, but I knew it was sick because it just sounded so cool. So it's like, I like the Lazio thing. Same with that. I didn't get that until you posted the picture on Twitter. You did the little real deal.
Yeah, a couple of them ones were for me. Yeah. You know, like so
that's what I'm saying. I think personally going forward now, you've kind of dug yourself in a hole here because you've got to keep beating that every time.
Well, this is the worst thing, right?
Every time, bro.
So I'm not going to go into too much here, but like some of the stuff I had for Major, I'm going to put out, right? Because me and Shuffle want to do like a little like episode or something where we just talk about bars we couldn't use or whatever, right? So I don't know how we're going to do it, but something like that. But there's a bit I had for him that I've shown Frost and that every line is like that kind of rhyme where they all connect. But it's not just dissing him, but it's not, and it's a punchline and it's some like game thing. And I'm like, bro, I don't know how I thought of it. I don't know what I was doing, but I was so gassed to say it, and I haven't been able to. And I'm pissed I can't. So hopefully, I'll get to drop some more of that. But yeah, that's the
all
plan.
I say is, bro, about that is make sure you don't waste any bars you could transform.
No, definitely this one I can't use on anyone else.
It's a shame. That would have been a great battle, man. I would have loved it. That would have been.
I was desperate, man. The longer it went on, the more I was like, shit, am I the only one who wants this? Because I didn't even say yeah in the beginning. Everyone else wanted me to do it, and now by the end of it, I was like, bruv, I'm fucking well up for this, and it didn't seem like anyone else was trying to like. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. It is what it is. But yeah, I love doing those related rhymes like so much. So
but like I said, you set the bar now, bro. You better start just start flinging around some ideas that you can apply to anybody because you're gonna need some on your next clash.
Yeah, I've got some shit ready.
I might even in the intro to the next clash, bro. In the intro to the next one, I might be like on the right hand side. He's about to say 100%. Some related motive. Just gassing in the intro. You better fucking have something. Yeah.
I had like this. So I had this idea of like, oh, he does gun and drug bars. So I wrote like a few of each thing, and then I just kept the ones that I wanted, and I took a few out. But like, I wasn't gonna do the Kirbishley one because it was so like niche. I'm like, it's just too niche. But the rhyme was so banging that I was just like, fuck it, I'm just adding it, man. I'm just adding it.
Yeah,
it's like, I'll take the hit of it not getting a reaction just so that I can say the clean rhyme one time. Like it wasn't as big as anything else I'd added, so I knew it was small enough to just throw in, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's why I was saying before, like there was some stuff. A lot of stuff I knew I could have taken out, and the round could have been 230. But I was like, I need to pepper some of these little like rhymes in that I just can't get out anywhere else.
You have to, bro. And they become some of the moments of the battle. Like, they've literally become some of the moments of the battle. So, Sean, before we wrap this up, bro, because you've been sitting there obviously waiting to speak in that. I mean, Danny, what a surprise! Danny's flopped yet again, but let's just talk. We can just speak about our moment, bro. I mean, and do it uninterrupted. I would have liked Danny to be here, but there you go, innit? So yeah, I mean, our moment was legendary. I got to pat myself on the back. I mean, if you don't give yourself props, who the fuck is going to, man?
Hear that?
But now, all jokes aside, watching the clash back in that, well, I spoke to you a bit obviously privately. That you're actually happier with the clash than I thought you were going to be, because I thought you were going to like maybe focus on the fact you had like that one scheme where you stumbled a word. But when we spoke before, you actually said, to be honest, you think you fucking did well. So let the people know, kind of like, yeah, I'm going to assume a fair amount of people here have watched you and Sean, you and Danny, even if you haven't, get the pay-per-view and watch it. So yeah, let's get some opinions on that, bro, from on the day and from watching it back.
Yeah, well, that bit at the end was like, we always knew it was going to bang, like, because that was one of them ones where we had that closer, or like I had that closer, like early doors, and then just had to like build all that thing about him not working on the event to kind of lead up to it. And that was the bit that was doing my head in, because I was like, I can't be bothered. It was a bit of a boring subject. I couldn't be bothered to think about it.
I know what you mean.
And I was like,
but you smashed it with the take it into care shit like beforehand. Yeah. I thought that was
it all kind of went to a finale, innit? Like
but it was like that. I was sitting on. I had a third round that was like stopped halfway through on the joke stuff, and then it had a closer, and then the like 8 bars in between. I sat there for like about. I was about to say 6 months. It wasn't that long. It was like 2 weeks. You know?
2 weeks.
But it was. I sat there and I was like, "Oh, this is boring," because I only ever wanted to battle Danny for the jokes. That was it. And then it was like, eventually, he kept doing stupid stuff in the build up to the event.
Danny.
That I was just like, I need to hit him like on that kind of a bit more serious stuff. And then that was the bit that really hit. But yeah, that bit at the end was deliberately meant to be really awkward, though, wasn't it? Like. In my notes was like, you'll say it, and I was like, Rowan, keep looking at the floor, 3-4 seconds. I want it to sound.
I held it as long as I could. I think I could have maybe done it a tiny bit longer, but like when you're in the, like I said, like, I'm a battle rapper now, so I'm gonna start chatting like I'm a battle rapper. When you're in the battle, everything feels longer in it. So it felt them 3 seconds I said nothing felt like 25 seconds. Honestly,
but the thing is, like. I don't know. I don't think you can make it out on the footage, but Danny stood in front of me on the day. Was like when I said the first. I can't even remember the bar, but like first thing I said to you, should we cut him, Annie? And then Danny, I heard him go, "He's mad." Like he looked at your
as in
face.
Thinking that I'm annoyed.
Yeah. He looked at your face, and Danny goes, "He's mad." And he does that with his shirt. And like, he's cringing or whatever. Yeah. And he holds it there all the way through. And then as soon as you speak, he just drops it.
That shit's sick.
He thought Sean's fucked up here. He's fucked up. This isn't going to bang. He's really fucked up. And then you jumped in and he was like, cunt. It was, that bang. I was really happy with that.
Also, I want you to carry on doing that time thing. I don't believe anyone else is wrong. That's gold. Make them do it. It's not your problem. You stop rapping. It's on everyone else.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Heavy. I wish I started that. Just
I'll finish rapping. It's not my problem.
Just down a pipe.
Do you know what the thing is with it? Yeah, is because. There was only one person that I ever run my bars to, and that was Rowan. So it was like I knew that he knew my shit. So I was like, it'll be finished, and he'll say time, and then it was like, I got to the end,
okay, that's funny. Yeah.
My brother was holding my drink, and it was literally like a pint of water, like full right up to the top.
Which is the definition of what people go for when they're choking.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why everyone thought you were joking.
Hey,
You
I've
went
never
for the full
choked,
pint
so
of
I
water.
wouldn't know.
Legit.
But yeah, and I've asked him. I said, yeah, give us the water, and he passed it over, and I genuinely wasn't nervous. But you know, like the adrenaline, like the adrenaline of the shakes. When someone gives you a pint glass that's full to the brim,
Nah,
and I was like, my hand was going like this, and it was like shaking. And I took a little cat sip out of it. I gave it back to him. I turned around, the camera's still on me. I was like,
Oh
what
my
the
days.
The whole venue was literally the entire venue was like.
So real, bruv. I had a battle. I think it was the bend one. I don't know, but I took a chewing gum or something because my round was over. But the whole footage, I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Bruv.
Well, the worst one is Shuffle. I think, is it when Shuffle battles? Is it Raptor when he pretends to write some? No, when he gets the fake spliff out and puts the sunglasses on.
Oh,
and his hand is literally like this as he puts it on, and he looks weird, but it's just the adrenaline, isn't it? I remember I spoke to him. He was like, "Mate, I look like such an idiot when I do that because he's being all cocky, and then he's like, something, thug life, and then he's just."
No, he said that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker, wasn't it? That was.
Oh, hand is shaking as he tries to put it in his mouth.
I don't know how like Osh and that over the years have just been like pint in hand, full battle, not spilt a drop, just calm, bro. I'd be in bits. Fuck that.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, the hand was just shaking, and then I did it again on the second round. I probably would have done it on the third round, but that was on
it wouldn't have worked that one. For real. No, I thought that battle was gold, man. I definitely go and watch that one back again. I enjoy that. Like, I feel like when I watch other people's battles, they do shit that I don't. Like, it's like I watch other people, I'm like, I don't roast people enough like that. Like, yeah, I should do that more often. Like, I felt like that whole battle, you two were just being like, look at this mug, bro.
I learned a lot in that battle though, because like the deadest thing that I said was that thing at the start that was like Scoop's Instagram, and I thought that was the best. I put that at the start because I thought it was the best thing I had, but then you realise that like not everyone clocks what Scoop has on his Instagram.
Yeah, it's
stories.
such a hit and miss thing, bro.
It was just like, yeah, you hate girls on poles like Scoop's Instagram, and it was like I said it loud, like it was gonna get a reaction as well. Absolutely nothing. And then I was genuinely rocking as well. I was like, oh fuck.
Bro, it's jokes, man. Like especially with stuff that you're not sure about, like setups. Yeah. Like I've had a setup pop and be like, man, really? Like, oh shit, that was not where I was expecting this to go, bro. Like it's a strange one.
Yeah, so the whole event, for everyone watching, most of you probably know, but if anyone doesn't know, obviously the whole event will be on YouTube. Not yet. Realistically, it might not be on YouTube for like another 3-4 weeks, but it will. Once it starts dropping, they're all going to drop. So yeah, you're under no obligation to buy the pay-per-view. We really appreciate it. There's so many of you who've copped it so far, and we've been getting so much feedback on it, which is amazing, which is why we're doing these streams. But yeah, if you can't afford it or you basically don't want it, there's no problem with that. Be patient for a few more weeks, and then we'll be online. What were you saying, Quill? I saw you say something as I started speaking.
You're back battling.
I can't hear you, bro. Quill, I can't hear you, bro.
No mic.
Quill, your mic is off or something, bro. Still can't hear you.
No.
You say it best. You say suck my dick. I'll punch you up now, bro.
Put the kettle on.
I'll come through that screen like the chick in the ring, mate. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah. So it's quick because I really got to get out of here, man. But Sean. So what? Apart from the bars that didn't, obviously we spoke about the ending, which we're both happy with. I'm incredibly proud of myself, so big up for that. We spoke about the ending. We spoke about the beginning flopping. So in kind of the middle, what are some bits you fucking loved watching back in like the thick of the battle?
Do you know what's mad is that like basically what it was, the first round was like specifically constructed, and then so was the second round, and the third round was just made up of like all the little 4 bars and that were like left over, and they just got chucked in. But on the day they were just fucking popping, and it was just like just things about you were the kid in your school who was shit at football and all that, and Craig's little sidekick, and it was just it felt like I should have just done that from the start, but you only know that in hindsight, because the battle I did before, I felt like, okay, the stuff that was more constructed, like deliberately, was what was popping a little bit more. So yeah, it's in the build up. I wouldn't say I lost the battle. I think I think I won the battle personally, but in the build up, Danny kept on saying, "But I've got experience and you haven't," and I kind of learned as we were going through what that experience counts for, like in the way that I had a couple of schoolboy errors early on, and he came out and was like, and at the end of that first round, I was like, fucking hell, that crowd fucked with. I didn't necessarily listen to what he said and was like, oh, I thought it was good or anything, but they were fucking with it, and they weren't fucking with me at all. And I was like, fuck, I've got a lot of work to do. And personally, I think I came back and I think I got it 2-1. But yeah,
So you give. I never heard you say that, brother. You said you give him the first round.
It's one of those ones where, like, say if you look at it on paper, which like nothing's ever on paper, but I felt like I was.
Deep.
I felt like I was better than him, but he outperformed me on the day. So yeah, I'd say he gets the first. The second round again was close, but like I feel like his second round, I watched it a few times, was like a little bit weak, and then I think I got the third, and I probably got the third more than he got the first.
Yeah, I see what you
mean.
mean.
Like, so it's kind of like just, but he's obviously going to say he got it, but I was about to say I don't really care. I really care. Like,
I was just about to ask that, but you answered it before I could. I was going to say,
of course you care, bro. You're allowed to care, man. Of course you care.
Of course I care.
That's
like,
fire.
But yeah, it's one of those ones. It was funny, and we both enjoyed it.
Yeah, watchable battle, man. Yeah. Watchable battle.
Very much so, bro.
Yeah.
That was
so.
Yeah, no.
Last question, Frankie and Frost. Do you both think you won your battle?
Yeah, but
never lost.
But like,
never lost. It's not a joke.
Not in the way of like, I didn't judge it on like rounds yet. Like, I've not gone like, oh, that was a better round or anything. I just feel like I completed what I set out to do, so I won, innit? That's it. That's all that matters to me. When we said before the other day, like in the build-up one, like, like, do you want to win battles? I was like, some battles you do and some you don't. Like, that one was more about how we did it, and I feel like I would not, if I walked away from that battle the way I did, I've not taken any L in it. Like, that's all I feel. Yeah. So whether someone's online saying he won the rounds and that, good on you, innit? I ain't that fussed.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah, I big up everyone else who jumped on as well. Yeah, there was great chatting, man. Big up all you three.
Appreciate you, man.
No problem, mate. You all killed it. Yeah, let's just move on to the next event. We'll see some of you in the 2-on-2 event. If not, we'll see you at the birthday. We're definitely trying to work on something good for all three of you, actually, to be fair. And everyone else has done a stream as well. I can't wait to see Reverse have a second clash. Big up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Quill needs a fucking point.
There was one comment I clocked in the middle, and someone said Quill against Frankie. That'd be a really, really big battle.
Mate, that shit would be mad. That would be mad, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like you need a test. Quill needs a test. Frost needs someone that's going to come at him as lyrical as you did. Sean needs someone. You need Sean, you need someone that's going to keep making you trying to be funnier and funnier and funnier, because all you give a fuck about is being funny. And like you even said, the bars where you tried to get a bit too clever didn't pop. So you just need more and more opponents that are going to make you try and push the kind of... The other thing you had what popped off was when you're joking about his bird cheating on him, and of course I'm not going to buy the guy she's fucking a drink. That's it. I feel like you need more opponents where you can just stretch out that part of your brain. Do you know what I mean? As I said, Frankie, mate, you better start thinking of some related rhymes right now, boy, because...
Mate, don't. I've already wrote a couple bars. I don't want to be writing bars right now, bro. I want a bit of time to not write bars now.
Honestly, I want to see all of the next events, man. Like I said, some of the people that have been on, you lot will see at the 2-on-2s. If not, we got the birthday on the 13th of November in Bristol. You'll definitely see some of these guys there. If you've enjoyed the conversation, If you can't afford the pay-per-view, sit tight. It'll be on Don't Flop YouTube soon. If you can, it's only $9.99 for what is it, 8 battles. It's fucking sick pay-per-view. I can't lie, man.
Yeah, fully.
Not a single shit performance on there, man. It's so fucking watchable. Yeah, that being said, we're done. Big up everyone tuning in.
My guys, easy.
Appreciate you.